Abusia asem aba ane Maami Akosua Serwaa versus Bronii. Eyo Obaa Tiwah a drop secret letter. A chese Maami Akosua Serwaa etweroye e de koma daddy lumba. Na abusia letter ben ho asem e na ye kan. Aha eguso eye Daily Gossip TV. Afei e no adwa me amese no so be subscribe we a share videos. Na afoforo nya bi ehwia no abo homode no follow ye. Or other social media platforms in so na bibia enye kama emfa emaye quick one abusia wonim say dead lumba free mu Ghana fo bi di nkomo Timodo Bronii fo di nkomo Akosua Serwaa di nkomo na Timodo Bronii fo no ba bi omu gina pa ene say na Odo Bronii Maami Akosua Serwaa wai na another lumba da ho ana Odo Bronii te no for 17 good years na Maami Akosua Serwaa wai adenti enu hu say ode Odo Bronii kyerɛkyerɛ no wama na wama meka sɛ adenti na ade Odo Bronii kyerɛkyerɛ adenti na me no tini nya ye na ade Odo Bronii mom na kyerɛ sɛ wo yere abusua finally letter na drop it Maami Akosua Serwaa sa wo kan ne phone so amfa eno ye sɛ ne ma me twere ne letter na me mfa mlew a kyerɛ sɛ Maami Akosua Serwaa hunu ne lawyers mo twere letter 10 from Germany to Ghana the blood the lumba na abusua respond by and by secret letter has been exposed by team legal wife cover by Obaa Tiwah abusia ahaguso Daily Gossip TV and some no ebia ni susun yetie bi yemfamra
loading and I'm difficult time. Nana, stop it for now, please. Okay, my letter into no make me read your mama, right? Okay, so the key thing is a monkey who said letter no you're trying 2018. Mama trying 2018, my daddy into no almost we represent Mrs. Akosua Fosu, your legally wedded wife in Bochum, if I'm saying it right, Germany, also known as Serwaa, and also act as co-counsel. Mama Akosua act as co-counsel agent for her counsels in Germany. There's a counsels near the lawyers, no, and Mama Akosua is a co-counsel of the lawyers, no. I'm writing letter come daddy lumba. Or say our instructions are that for 34 years, you have known our client as your wife with whom you have 3 children, but without any reasonable cause, you have deserted the matrimonial home for the past 5 years and have gone on to marry another woman with whom you now stay and have many children. Internet said daddy lumba and a desert mama cause. Inti asem we happen in 2025. Inti 2018 2025. And I said that was 8 years ago. And not sure letter no. Young County 2026 because we just entered 2026. I see, even though you know that bigamy is a criminal act, let's say daddy lumba and himself or a legal husband into himself untimi worry or baby anka. Mami hu nti mama onye se o daddy lumba nim onim. He knows very well say bigamy is a crime. He knows he's a legal married man. Until you boldly refer to your mistress and hold her out in public on social and other media platforms as your wife, regardless of the penal consequences. And in particular, in total disdain to the valuable
baby I walk on. Saga, I'm a Ghana boy, a marking kind.
How can me betray?
What did that? And what do Obaa know? Or one and that and I want carry
okay. And who has Daddy Lumba been holding hands with since 2018 now or Mami Cholete or Madame Priscilla Fosu. And Mama Crown in her letter referred to Priscilla Fosu say or your mistress or your concubine. And Mama say Mama no. This is how she referred to Priscilla or Fosu. Enti no mamu refi that part. She referred to her as a mistress. And I say, even though you know that bigamy is a criminal act, you boldly refer to your mistress and hold her out in public on social and other medium platforms as your wife. Or say mistress, but what the nature or your mistress. That's what she's saying. What the nature or your but your mistress. By 2018, Mama Akosua is referring to Bronii or Priscilla Foriata as a mistress. That's number one. No, say, may go back to the next paragraph. Our client says she has now discovered that you have charging that in addition to the 3 children you have with her, you have over 17 more born out of wedlock. Not just after the marriage, and or see through your numerous mistresses and concubines. And Daddy Lumba was not a good husband. When it comes to the husband aspect, as a whole person, but when it comes to a husband, he was not. Or say you are together wanton, utterly carefree, and to cheat. Maminu uses the best words possible. Or he's out there. He doesn't even give a care on what he's doing. He's just doing anything and cheating publicly. Or say then, she opines that contrarily to your cool image, you have countlessly, violently abused, the whole word, her physically and psychologically. That's mental abuse. Okay, guys, that she has many marks on her body and an almost deformed lip to confirm your violent and abusive nature. And not only said now, but we'll leave a mark on her. We'll leave marks on her that will always remind her of whom he is. Okay. I'll say, she says she had borne all this inhumane treatment and simmered her painful sentiment underneath. Not just a man say, wakana nuatu, and a wak breeding despite all this. Enti mami no sati din esevu ni kunidin no enye ne. Enti mama nkasa na wambekasa. She says something. She said something to the cheating husband, but he had nothing to do about it. He did what he did. She says she had borne all this inhumane treatment and simmered her painful sentiments underneath her in the name of love and for the sake of her children. But you have interpreted it as her weakness. Because ni din na awoye no that define as ni weakness. And now why you din because of the need to nema inti mu amosi oye din. Now she has given you a reason why she was quiet. The reason being because of her children and because of the love that she has for them. Okay.
Why would you ask on a wardrobe? Why now? Why not now? Why not now? A year later, the Bible thing. 2018. Who was it? Who was that number? Let it be about one thing. Or pregnant na African document a year about one thing. And they check Ghanaians. Mumpanokre. And Omanu. I will come to me. If it's Ghana for an Okranante. Ghana for one fan of Crenante. Tawudi and Okranantia. Or start getting I didn't up and down. The woman complained as when Mokwato platform as well. No, hey, I didn't get an amount, I didn't church. Now, our infant, Rebecca. This is the evidence. This is the evidence. Waka.
Yep. Okay.
He mentioned it. Or can walk from an agent man or my letter try a lawyer try letter brand. And that letter no money say oh mu ya be good and the one oh ya me na twia moka. Let away kama anka maame no akobere. Abu oni dua o ya me na plan.
Okay. I'll say, she says you have denied her of all her conjugal rights, including maintenance, and all attempts to encourage you to see reasons or resolve issues. Have proved, I don't know the word, but hopeless. Yes, Mama Akos have tried her best to speak to him, so it's not very resolve issue, no, but. Nkusi baby, Papa no wasn't barging. Papa no did not come in to help resolve the issue. Okay. She says recently she lost her mother, but you refused to attend the burial. But would they forget about that part? Because we've seen that he was there. Or say she was rather shocked to hear that you had gone around cruelly slandering her that she wanted to kill you and put poison in your food. A fact you know to be palpable untrue. And to say that I say, or the poison not torn so 2018 ton and a man and a catcher and say a hanon 2018 but it took up to 2014 and stand all be unity. Is this what a husband does to a wife? Wife is complaining.
And that's 2014, 2024.
Okay. 2024 no be unity, but occasion in 2018.
Yeah.
8 years. So the man was aware. No. Yeah. Why would you do that? Mun separate that number as a husband from the career. No, namu what he did. Okay, so let's continue. She says she cannot bear this inhumane treatment anymore, and to continue to wait endlessly for you and waste away. She was wasting away or wasting a time. It was so on to me wasting a time. On to me. I'll say, accordingly, she has caused your head drink to be returned to you, which is alcohol and but we know sending in Uncle baby into will bypass that. Okay, we might come back to this. I'll say other instruction
put him there. Put him there. Isn't the Obudia running agenda, you know? About I didn't know guys oh Jabba when you know. Did he agree to it?
And it will come to why he didn't agree to it. We will find Anka, yep, he didn't want to. He didn't want to. And you know, I asked some more. May continue, sorry.
And it didn't go
oh no, he wasn't a good husband. I'm sorry. No, you wouldn't want that number for your daughters. I'm sorry. I'll say our instruction are that during the substance of your marriage, till during their marriage, they jointly acquired many properties together as a man and wife. Mama Akos and her lawyers are brilliant. She mentioned the properties. You see, they jointly acquired properties together as a man and wife in Germany, Accra, and Kumasi, Ghana. I say, besides, it is our client case that while she remained validly wedded to you, 2018, Mama says that she was still valid. That's what Mama in 2018 was still valid, married to you as your wife. She is entitled to an equal share. Somewhat to you. One more can say na way you know. Mama Nkansah chop Mama partner say she's entitled to the property as an equal, which is 50-50 share of all your worldly possessions acquired during the substance of your marriage with her. This sentence only, paragraph only, explained that Mami knows her right. She's a very smart woman. She have made everything clear and concise. You can't even deviate from what she's writing. Or say accordingly, we have her instruction to make the following proposal to you. Even though no name says she is equally entitled to 50% of the properties, no? Or say or person making this proposal to him. Okay? For your immediate consideration toward an effective settlement. Into no person go to 50-50 need divorce, no call person best settle. Or say hold on. Number 1, grant her custody of her 2 girls. Let's open full custody, no. Determine a monthly maintenance sums for the girl. Remember earlier, she said that Daddy Lumba wasn't sending her any maintenance, which is money. How to care for their home, their children. Previously, I read that, say he was not sending any maintenance. Now she's asking for maintenance. Or to take care of the education of all 3 kids until they are finished university. We don't know if Daddy did that. Determine an alimony for her, which is Sika or Bema Epiamo Obaa when there's a divorce. Or say grant her the following: the house in Germany, house at Tentra Hill. Please renovate fully. That is my name is Saman 44. House at Dome, please renovate fully. House at North Legon, please renovate fully. 2 plots at the Adotu Mekania Kumase. Or say take all the remaining properties in Ghana, Germany, and elsewhere. But here is the catch. Or say we have our client's instruction to serve this notice to you. Please take notice that if the above humble proposal, my man is too smart, it's not satisfactory to her, or if we do not hear from you within 10 days upon service hereof, we have her express instruction to immediately commence divorce proceeding. That and responding 10 days on best started divorce proceeding, you know, and claim half of the value.
That means divorce now. He responded. So where is the response?
We are still waiting to find it. We are still waiting to find it. But Nkansah, this is the main key. Nkansah, if he doesn't respond as she's asking her, she's going to claim half of their value of every possession they own in Ghana, Germany, and elsewhere, including all ancillary orders pending divorce. In the assembly, you say either Daddy settle and give her what she's asking for, or he let them go through the divorce processes, or don't respond in 10 days, then everything they have now, they were going to split it into half. This is a smart woman that knows her right. That she said she kept quiet out of love and because of her children. It's because she loved her husband and because she didn't want to embarrass the father of their children in public. She spoke to her husband directly, but the man chose to ignore her totally, or maybe responded, maybe they resolved their issue that we haven't have evidence of up to today, because they must have, because she didn't continue the divorce. So that means something must have happened. Something must have been said to her. And you know, Ghana for Muslim Nkansah or Kasai, Serwaa, the woman spoke. She asked for what she deserved in the marriage, but the man didn't want to give it. And this is how we end up here today. Mama Tiwah. Okay, or continue. My name said the next person will speak. Letter ne they know you ma. Every day we have to address this letter. Oh, say mama, Papa ni deserted no. Papa ni deserted her. You have deserted the matrimonial home for the past 5 years, and I've gone to do whatever you want to do. Papa ni deserted no. So where did Dorinda get my minimum na deserting nikun from? Mr. Lawyer Kusi, you need to take this letter to court when you go the next time, because this explains a lot of things. In this letter, she was still referring to Daddy as a wedded wife. So, or no, your wedded wife to Daddy Lumba. And Daddy Lumba knew right from wrong. Because he knew he was married legally, so he cannot marry outside that marriage. So Daddy Lumba won't worry Priscilla. This is an evidence. Into 2010 or more, this right here is an evidence. Say, why make Akosua refer to Priscilla as a mistress? Because Daddy Lumba the neighbor. That's the only woman we know. And Mama, of course, referred to Priscilla as a mistress in 2018. And how did she get married in 2010? That's a question for us to sit down and think about. Ghanaian judiciary system is whack. It's whack and it's weak. And you know, lawyer, this is a very good prime example of the things that she worked hard to acquire with her husband. And Mr. Mama Tiwah, every day Obaa maybe ready letter we are more mountain and Obaa me chance no kwandia because this 18 years Buhana was deserting and this letter was written in 2018 and also 5 years ago until 2013 to the Mama Georgina Kokan or court. It was right. So Papa he formally left the home in 2013. It's your mom was so free 2010. It's not true. Let's say we are trying and same way in neighbor. She couldn't have made it up. Okay, by after and some now, she's making up, but this is before and some now. She couldn't have made it up. Oh, no properties, no dear. I hope that they won't take their shenanigans there. Judges, no lawyers, no. They won't take their shenanigans there. Unlawful country. Mujin says it's funny until it will happen to you.
Yeah, friends. Oh, Mama, let her respond.
Hold on, me Baba Jama let her be with her. Me pacho the October 1st nana.
Me baby, be around the home.
We will let her be a.
What happened? Tomorrow.
Oh, me yes, you. Sorry. Sorry, my doom no. Sorry. Me will let it be a or tro yeah. Baba Jama tro yeah no kase.
1025.
Oh, I have that. Yeah.
Read no. Let her know. I'm in the buy what kind.
Okay. Yes.
Party the what the coin.
Okay, so dear counsel, or say respond to the complaints of or more responding to Mama Akosua complaints. That's what it's saying on the matters related to the late Kwadwo Fosu. We act as solicitors for the Fosu family of Akosua and Nsuta, which is the biggest lie. The family of the late Charles Kwadwo Fosu, aka Daddy Lumba, and on whose instruction we respond to your 2 letters to the final dated September 1st and then September 10th respectively. Mama Akosua sent you 2 letters. One was on September 10th and one was on September 1st. Or say our instructions are that your client Akosua Fosu of Germany refused to relocate with her then husband Daddy Lumba to Ghana for medical help when the letter was serious. Oh my God, am I making mistakes? When he was later seriously ill some 15 years ago and therefore deserted him in his difficult time of need. That's what Baba Jamal is saying. Said Mama Akosua deserted Nikunu when he was seriously ill for 15 years. When we have now 15 years and having Twisty Daddy perform, gone to functions, do events for 15 years. This man have been sick. It's untrue. It's untrue. But they want to make their case into Omumbe Church also mature. And that's not true. Or say your client on 4th February 2018 wrote to the late Daddy Lumba expressing her intention to initiate.
Missy, sorry, of me pacho bebre, who said your babe once when he say, yes, yenya sa video na, Daddy Lumba na no tom so yari just 1.5 or 2 years penno. Sa video na SMS circulate pa. And no should be boa. Me pacho to aso. Sorry, sis.
That's okay. I say almost Daddy Lumba. Even Baba Jamal said the letter was to initiate, not just say it's to start something. It doesn't mean that there's a divorce. Initiating something is starting something. Initiate divorce proceeding against him, raising many unfounded allegations, which the late Daddy Lumba denied. And it's not that Daddy Lumba denied or Bronii, because mostly were denying allegations now. Mommy was making it there. That's why we deny or Bronii. We deny or Bronii. Okay. Me pacho me if I do I didn't swing to my meaning soon. Okay. Also in a letter dated 27th February 2018, the then lawyers, which was said, that means that Baba Jama wasn't a lawyer to Daddy Lumba as of 2018. The then lawyers for the late Daddy Lumba responded to the letter and called the bluff of your client to proceed with a threat to initiate divorce proceedings since he had moved on with his life after her desertion. It's almost another Daddy Lumba friend. Mama is your man bluff into a power on continue with her divorce.
Obaa, I made me a question. With a letter we read here, right? It looks like that lawyer is using hearsay without verifying, right?
He has no evidence.
He have no evidence. Not only that, right? He just says, based on the response from the previous lawyer, that Daddy Lumba called the bluff. So how did he know if he have no proof that it was called bluff?
Exactly. The letter is there. They have it.
There. All this time, I keep asking the same question over and over and again. I don't know if the lawyer of nobody's hearing this or they're not understanding the concept. You don't have to be a lawyer to understand it. If you say that the previous lawyer called the bluffer, that means it's by calling the bluff, that means the divorce was not proceed.
Yes.
And he denied everything that the woman basically said that he was doing. So by him denying everything and calling her, said, you are bluffing and continue to parade his mistress.
Well, I'm taking Mama serious.
He doesn't take
also, yes. That's a big castle. That
means that he purposely denied the wife that she claimed that they married customarily, right?
Yep. Because remember, I said, her expressing her intention to initiate. That's a key word, initiate.
Baba, whatever their name is, actually just said the word that she intends. So then why did they allow them in court, right?
Exactly.
To say that she initiate, because those are two different ways. Intent and initiate. In the letter that you just read, they say she intended to pursue divorce. Which the divorce was never, there was nothing far on paper.
And this initiating an intention means that they know that she's legally still married. So that's why they use that word.
Exactly.
If she was divorced, if she was divorced, they would have said they went ahead and divorced. But they said her intention to initiate. So Omukwa in this sentence, the Jitu Musa Mameno is still legally married.
And that should be a dismissal of their license, because that is malpractice.
It doesn't happen in Ghana,
Because anywhere in the world, if a court, a judge, a lawyer knowingly falsified document, that is malpractice.
Does Ghana have malpractice laws in Ghana? Because how can we say Obaa with human error? We don't know the human that committed the error until today, right? So that's funny.
You're telling me that your client, the man was not your client. but the previous lawyer alleged to let you know that he was legally married to a woman. So he was never supposed to have a second wife, right?
Exactly.
Then you went to court and presented a second wife, knowing fully well that the man never went
Full family. Fosu family, Mama of course is a Fosu. All her children are Fosu. So why are you picking one person and standing for one? I mean, how the judge even allowed the Jama and association in the court?
Jamel, no, they wasn't picked by the Fosu family. See, I don't get it.
They were not picked by the Fosu family.
Okay,
if we go by their letter, Ghana, do you know that officially, no, meaning Ghana law, but any other country, no, when him said the former lawyer could have been questioned in the court.
Yes.
And come back to me, I'm about to me a friend about court to testify.
He should have been subpoenaed. The former
Yes,
lawyer
thank
should
you.
have been subpoenaed.
Thank you so much.
The lawyer should have been subpoenaed.
Yes.
The Baba Jamai court should be subpoenaed because this is my practice of law. Because if you knowingly, he didn't, based on the evidence of their own letter, they knowingly that Lumba was married legally to Mama Serwaa.
Exactly.
Oh yes, knowingly. And then turn around.
But they say intention to initiate. Intention to initiate doesn't mean the thing has happened. It was her intention. My dream is make a Korea dear. My young Korea man
so
right? To me, can't say me
So when they
even if I had my intention is to me call a store call your so be a friend program me Korea dear. When what is my account? But me corner man we want me to report me my police say me because of my intention. Man
that's
so it doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense. The law, the way Ghana law is like the left is washing the right and they missing it because anywhere this is evidence that the man was legally married. He should have never. There shouldn't be no representation of a second wife based on this.
Let me clarify something here, please. My mom now for Shapa. It's been a while, and I trust you all well.
Who is this? Who is this?
Hi everybody. What's up? Yeah.
You lost 7 years. I'm a funny baby.
Let's real quick, Miss Ramwara. Baba Jama and associates no. Obia wa Ghana. So unim na ko high wom. So munkodi wa sema ma fan to mutiri say.
Hold that. Let me finish that. Make an answer. What can be our making?
Omu ewin me Nkansah tintin.
Miss Remo, my main can't answer would be asoso. Wouldn't be we've got to be very, very candid about what we want. When I use the word candid, I want to say anyone you was on NTS say, oh if you be busa for what you want. And go can say yanka. What I say? Oh yes, you might lose foresight here. The other side, no, they have nothing but one focus, which is pano yeji. What I say? They are not even discriminating. Say yenji be my akola ran woji. Period. So if you now that we have the benefit of hindsight, yen side you also yet to me ejine yi. Emi de say neme ba so no mo kinkan old letter no. Or ya kakra who ya or sanking kind or my interpretation to a point. Don't get your yourselves worked up. Bear in mind, say courts now we are calling no. Technically no, and yet inside ne put the letter ne by you. On number channel, we went there with one focus because Emerano Sanka ye su ye o Ghana. Said the lawyer Kusisha said no son or say no. Let us establish who is wife. What I say, medium kuta me a ordinance marriage me deba. One more na okay, says a lawyer Kusia interview, you know, can say he's trusting say the other side no a random lawyers no, they will advise her because there's no way she can win. At that time, no na yin say or pray Ghana advisors no. Omo imagine say you don't have a leg to stand on, so go for broke. And going for broke means that they really went for broke because it seems like they corrupted right up to the top. Okay, now we have the benefit of hindsight. Inside, say you to try pass or no. Okay, what went to court was the wife issue. Along the way, no more. And I did letter you buy. The more said lawyer and some no. Lawyer, your friend is saying let another court another that. But technically, and this is where the legal the knowledge comes in. And asema obetumia control judge no, or even the appeals judge appellate court to listen to the 3 judges who are going to think. And this is where our voices should be loud. And then they say Tiwah ede omampini atuachiri because and I say na me Tiwah baby near what appear to the end no be basu no can say President Akosua Obaa resetting law no Obaa resetting Ghana. And from me as a Ghanaian, as a woman of the same age as Akosua, as a diasporan of over 40 odd years, as a diasporan who has tried to go to diaspora for to me, I feel for Ghanaians everywhere. And I understand as a woman who grew up in a patriarchal society like Ghana, as a mother, I'm worried about my future too. And I know that's why you are also talking. Listen, get our facts straight. Let's not back. Let's wait and see what the appellate court will say. The letter is already there. Now we will concentrate on the foolishness of the other side. Okay, more screen recording. No, say to me, so me record them. One more name me no, and one more name me fear don't know who's talking. I don't give a damn now. I'm tired of the way this thing has been handled. Muntie, and be very careful when you are talking against Baba Jamal no, because I'm not buying also. The 2 people who can make this thing work is the Chief Justice and the President. I have great reservations on the ability and what's here Chief Justice Nkansah. Now what's here the head of Baba Jamal and Associates and so now no one 10 years ago or 12 years ago no. If you don't know who Baba Jamal is, he is the one who told the MDC grassroots boys no more bas no say hey campaign here we koi mukona mukwa mu aponcha mon kasa ye de nientwe ne bae ye recording no me hwehwe sa record na me de ato ye platforms na so na monka. This is the head of the chambers representing Oprega. Into the omunim trap that Nkansah say at the beginning, do not trust Baba Jamal and Co because I'm a boss no till today. Ombeyi nano. He used to be the MP for Akwitia. I believe so. I think it's Akwitia. The diamond. He had issues with something with the diamonds. Hodomo. He's an affable and very nice man, but he's a shrewd politician. Into Nimyoyeno and an Abine also. The way his lawyers have operated too, no, they have they've been treading on the what we call in law. We have black and white in the gray area, and they have really worked within the darkest part of the gray area. Someone non mobeha lawyer pussy, but you have to be careful how you help lawyer pussy. Because lawyer pussy can't train BBA. You have ability to do research. And I hear who later here my sister can SCA. Won't remember you or pray with Jimmy ma okosku anke ebeboa no me mon quote me ma touch what Tiwah no say me boefu me near them, but I'll tell you what you are guilty of. Mama bisa no Oh, how you, Mama, be too much. She was not going to touch East Legon with a 10-batch hole. She asked for the rest of the things. Operator will fear Nkansah, doesn't hate it. And if with the records we have, which is Tiwah, Operator call and all kinds of money. Papa knew we are my many by cancer. I mean, Frank will anchor to me and Sanango. Say, for no, not when you want at your home. All these things. But then we have people in Operator's camp who have decided some way pushing on to get it all on the all because while we pay 6, 7, whatever, I don't really care. Look, whatever the relationship between Lumba and Akosua, both of them saw fit not to end the marriage. As for them at the beginning, I was very angry with Lumba, even though I still supported Mama. But I felt pity for Prega that Lumba's narcissism has drawn 2 women in. But the way Prega is behaving, I would not believe, say, Lumba then kind or this war. Narcissism was, but listen to me. If we take pepper, we sometimes take salt. How many times and Lumba? Was he not crying out for help? Obeko platform biso. He kept saying the words, "Na someone who may be your man," and then makramo. He even said it and went and said it in his own radio station. Or this is my first time I met her. Me Jin they say be I met her bion. Now, when you who may be your man and ye makramo. He was trapped.
Wasn't that chronic depression?
No, I think Lumba knew when he was going on in the house.
He created his own, created his own grave.
Own mess.
And he needed help. And there was no way he could get out. Now we can see. What is it? But then that is something we'll deal with later. Right now, what do we do? Let me tell you something. That letter is already there. Say appellate courts, in their case, they can look at what do they say they do? They look at the whole thing that was presented and look at everything else. You see, that's the good thing about the appellate court. Say judge not so high court, then they be out or you should not properly now. What I say? It's the same information they called and but they have the ability to use 3 different minds who will look at that letter, that transitional actions in the court before, and everything else. And Tiwah was screen recorded one thing and lawyers, judicial service in Ghana. The appellate court has the authority to look at everything else. Looking at everything else is also, let me remind them of the oath they take to uphold the justice of the country. Now, it's not just a bench of women depressed women who don't brush their teeth, who are sitting there we have talked out loud enough, then they be any good diaspora and any go kutokano. And they be a one year good kotokano 1 or 2 America Let me tell you something. There are a lot of people. Look, they listen to Big Scout. Big Scout say Ghana or any project we or crassy be a cramo crack baby. Ultra videos. And one man be say, hey, Akosua Serwaa better than you. Akosua Serwaa no say, Akosua Serwaa the ding edu a grass here. This thing affects a lot of women. A lot of women, not just even Ghanaian women, African women, women in the world. But Ghanaian women, we all take responsibility to ourselves to make sure that this time around, hey, Ghana, by all of you men up there, you are born of women. And all of you know these stories. I choose this day to appeal directly to the Vice President, Her Excellency Nana Kwadwo, known as Miss Sam, Mama, Madam, my old girl. I will give you a mantra. You know what our mantra is. We live pure, we speak true, we right wrong, and we follow the king. Wesley Girls High School, Cape Coast, you have ascended to the highest in Ghana's history for women. I do not wish to bring you memories, but you are conversant with the situation that is beginning to affect the peace of Ghana. Ma, step in. Let us be very careful. I'm a politician's child. I'm very political myself. And I'll be in Ghana's politics. But I will tell you something. I've never seen an issue take hold of Ghana like this Lumba Akosua Serwaa situation. Ma, if the president is too busy, lead us women. Listen to our voices, oh. Listen to the voice. Look at the effect this case is having on Ghana. Hey, case ya trend ya enipa akesia wu ebetwem apni blah 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 apu ekwa obi trend ya as high as ena asan babiom down. This case, if you don't take care, I will remind you all of what it took to start the Arab Spring, and all on the power of social media. But what it took to tweak was a simple disagreement about trading. Blah 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 from Morocco, right to Egypt. Look at what happened in the end. Gaddafi was killed. There. To today, Ghana is suffering because all the armed and things came through Mali, came through Burkina, and now Ghana is rife with guns and things. Yes, so we are in here. But that's not what we are here for. Ma, Your Excellency, please. I know how erudite you are. You are an educational person. You've done a lot for us. Ghana. This is also educational. Generations to come. Apart from that, immediately, this thing is too volatile for you people to walk around and do nothing. Hey, don't you see it? We are emotional. And logic. Let's put right to right. This letter is not something that we are going to joke with. The man made a mistake. He got himself in, he decided to forget his whatever. But let's put the law to the law. If the law is the law, and I will stand on this, and I don't care, screen recorders. The biggest mistake my Lord Chief Justice did, this one here, is to even accept the role after the president chose to let the former Chief Justice go. But I can assure you that if the Chief Justice before, who is also an old girl, had been in the seat, there's no way this case will go far, because only them and she will let you know, say, what you are doing contravenes the very thing that the law is built on, the order of God. And a law, no. You're building on it. That, don't forget it, all of you lawyers in there. Where is the law from? Justice, humanity, goodwill, everything. Because they say that is what God wants. I don't get law 101. Go back to your first lectures. It's a moon me can't remember me bamocho. Young can't be a woman. If they say 17 years, let's use this letter against them. Bye. What I say? At the end of the day, this is my question.
You will be take it step by step, but for the sake of argument, right? This lady have Baba Jama and law firm, right? And because it looks like they are bending the rule and they are using the law to bend it to suit her, right? And at the same time, we cannot protest against them because their government is in power. But if we are living in a democratic country, and the little I know, I don't have no law degree, but if it's a democratic act, whoever is in power should not be controlling what goes on in the court system and what judge or what law firm is controlling the country. Because by saying that and by we accepting that when some government is in power, every other the opposite political party have no say in how the country run, makes the country corrupted, is rotting. So that means that the law that we supposed to govern ourselves by does not work. It only work for the individual who is aligned with some kind of oh my God, what's the word? I'm too upset to say the word.
Political.
Yes, party. And that's not how a society is supposed to form, because then that social contract that we have for individual is not cancelled. Because if we do that as a society, then what happened to the social contract and the morality contract that we have to each other as a people? Does it no longer exist?
Exactly my point, why I am telling them to wake up. You see, this thing has happened before in different countries and also in Ghana. When the authorities or the head, the executive, refuses to listen to the masses, it takes one small thing that can turn the country into chaos, and that's going to go on for years. Are you telling me, say, a lawyer for no, it's very painful to study law? I bet you every lawyer and judge still has nightmares of their student days. I bet you they know that what they learned and killed themselves for, no, when they get into the actual world, it's not like that. But this is in fact the first time, I don't know, maybe I haven't been in Ghana for too long, I only go and visit and come and see. The law no atotima. The conduct of it no atotima. And nobody's really waving any banner. When you go, there's some lawyers who have wanted to come out with their own opinions. But you see, that is the whole text of the law. Law nature say, "Me come asem na want to work asem." Middle na mejina no on papo no bejina edi asem dia wo be kan asem ni who abuse better. What you say? Along the what should be no. When I'm patching no. But in fact, in this case no, say anka judge ni dey no ye ma Akosua Serwaa case no Kumasi no. No no. I think people talk, but they just thought, said, okay, uncle appeals. What you say, uncle appellates. And so what if you go back and look at my those who want to care, what could check out say me draw me say this is a Pontius Pilate verdict. At the time now, just as your friend is saying Dorinda. A year case, no say a dear man Pontius Pilate verdict kind of mammy. Who be say yes, so go back. Then about also papa me who she one. My friend now, he's right. But when mom at that time, me me hungry when bring me water, let me wash my hands. One person who could me count. That is exactly what Justice Dorinda did. I wasn't surprised to find out that she was a very religious person.
So there's
But
no
I-
more social contract in Ghana
No,
because
it's not like that. It's not like that. The point is, there was a chance for the law to be corrected, which is with the path which lawyer Kusi is following, that the appellate court. But I'm developing the case here. When it got to the funeral, I don't think I've recovered since then. I think that was the day the veil was torn. So Amelia, that's the day they lift and to see that, oh, how beautiful it is. I was sitting down very quietly, calmly, expecting say, oh, there'll be delays near there. On that particular day, we stayed up all through. We were on the platform, and then I fell asleep. And I thank God that I fell asleep because if I'd been there when the verdict came about 11 o'clock, and jubilated with everybody, and then only for an hour later, this reverse judgment came in, or this, I can't call it a judgment, action came in. My blood pressure baby misbehaving. I'm telling you. And I am shocked that since then the Krampono, she is not being said. Chief Justice on to make country. Hey, there are cases where they even had the audacity to call the case on the 15th with the same judge. Whoa. That is why I'm coming out and I'm saying this. It's not about, you see, our people, we went through a phase where our education was thrown, haywire. I'm privileged to have been born at the time. Me said, the person who was weeding your garden, because education was so good in Ghana. Obi school at middle school, as high as they want. But somewhere along after the revolution of Jerry Rawlings, it took a long while, which is why I'm calling on people like the current vice president. They sacrificed, they went into education, they helped, and now they say education is coming back round again. But we have that issue of the residue of the people who are now but we are not there yet. Into one year, because there's a social disconnect. Look, this is an era of social media. People have phones on. The woman, the day I knew that we were in trouble, was I got to Ghana a few years back, and the woman who used to come and supply me smoked fish, ekuta mobile phone, and I was like, hey, a brochure mobile phone club, you're doing once on the atono. They can't do anymore. Now this is years ago. But today, look at how the advent of the system, AI is controlling the world. You have to be very careful. Information doesn't take long some way. It is a to me, I can't know. You're quite to say, yeah. Mama, go aside. No, they need too much some way. Why about the your pocket a little bit over the bar. Operator is relating to people on the ground.
Making me with that question. We are living in a society, in a country, right, where the moral compass is turned to the left instead of right.
So use the same social media to correct it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what we're trying to do right now, right? But in all fairness to why I'm so invested into this, let's look at it from a human aspect of everything. Even not for the judge aspect, not for the law aspect, but the human aspect of everything. You live abroad with your husband. You work and you support him emotionally and financially and physically. He tells you that he's going to promote his record. He goes back and forth. Let's say he's a man. He finds a young girl who was underage at the time. He made a mistake. He got her pregnant. Now he's bound to her because of his mistake. Because it's clear, it's evident that the girl was a girl. She wasn't a woman. She was underage. He slept with her. She had a baby. That mistake is made. This man then continue. His wife said, hey, I'm interjecting. I don't want to be in this marriage anymore. He refused to give her the divorce. For whatever conversation that took place between him and his wife, she stayed. She continued the marriage. Okay, the girl is still having baby. Rather unfortunate, this man died. for the human aspect of it, as a woman, all due respect, and this doesn't matter who you are, all due respect should have went to that woman. The Abusia Penny disrespected this woman in every shape of the word disrespect. He disrespected her, he disregarded her, he did not value that woman. He went aside of the baby mother, okay? They decided to do a funeral, kidnap the body. This is kidnapping, because nobody from that man's immediate family have seen as where he was buried, how they bury her, only this girl. And then to put that on top of this, all this emotional trauma, to put one person through, that is godless. For anybody to do that to another human being. On top of that, the other people keep insulting and character assassinate her and the man's sister. That's one aspect of the situation. The second aspect is this woman turned to the law for the country she grew, the country that she loved, the country that she and her husband have invested in. And then to top it off, this woman then was shut. The door was closed in front of her because the mistress have rich men backing her up. How can anybody as a human being sit by and say, this is fair?
Now, you have a point there, but you're forgetting one thing. Let's get, that's why I keep telling you, let's not lose sight this time round. This is a new year, and we're going to trust positively.
Need to fight. If whatever we need to
fighting,
do,
we must fight properly.
Exactly.
We must fight with the same tactics and even more. We are blessed to be on the side of right. All you are saying, they hear you. They know what is good. Oh, look, I always said one thing, that I had to grow up in the diaspora in the UK, but when I went to live in Ghana, I used the word I matured. Not that I was in a very good position, everything near there, but I matured socially and became whole. A honor Nami who said we have a problem in the society. I was approached by somebody as far back as 2004 on a visit to Ghana, and he was then I asked to be assisted to go to the university. We got together and helped him, and then he came to see us and said, "Oh, Obetroni thesis, Nani thesis no, Akwana so Obeje at that time 6 million, like which would be like today 600 Ghana." And I thought, Akwabeng. That's what I asked first. I thought it was the lecturer. Because no. The person who's going to write his thesis for him. Do you know, you see the way you're laughing? My face fell before, it was minutes later that I started laughing. I was like, the other thesis now. Why not thesis now? Is your thesis? Oh, no, Pacheno. There you see my death. What do you know? We have a system where the people are resigned to Sanet here. Sane, hey, we Wusika. Look, I'm from the era of Mama Akosua, and I'll tell you something. I'm not surprised at the way she was judicious and, helping her husband to invest his money properly. No. At that time, hey, most of the money was coming from her, because now Lumba had to wait for his songs to be sold, and if his songs are not sold, now there will be cry at times. What can he do? Cassette, almost LP, the records, the turntable ones, yeah, and that one also much 45, no one 33. Those are younger, you wouldn't know. 33 near the bigger LP disc. And then the 45 is a smaller one. But you have to try in case those days the radio stations were just one GBC. You even listen to GBC2, which is the local dialect one. Traveling was difficult, but Mami edin sika shemu. Those days Dutch marks, no more ding, none of what the Nkansah, the money they used. And then in a euro no. All that hard work. And then streaming they don't even have to have managers. They're the musicians. So this woman is the one who worked. Look at the properties she bought and where she bought them. Hey, what kind of vision did Akosua Serwaa have? That's how East Legon Dina Oprega Airplane. It's on 4 acres. It's a 4 plots of 4 acres. But so big, say there are 3 main mansions on there, then the boys' quarters where Oprega lived until Rumba. I wish the children would one day. Don't be surprised at the way the children act. They were raised by a mother who didn't like talking. So they are now confused between their own awareness and then their mother's training. So coming out, will it help? Will it not help? They are acting like their own mother. But the truth will come out one day. Don't they go? They stay in their own apartment. They have their own apartment. Their father has his own apartment. And then the third one was supposed to be for visitors. Because that place was supposed to be a hotel. Nobody has the enough land in East Legon to even do a fish farm there. He even has an orchard there.
Now it makes sense why everybody together East Legon, a 4-acre land in this day and age, that's millions of dollars, and that's an investment that any person with financial means will want. So now it makes 100% sense why this lady has all this backing for her.
Now you are getting
it is because she didn't work for it.
Mama Tag. I don't know if the name is Tag. Let me see if I know the name very well. Tag, right?
Yeah, we're not in which way. It's just a short form of my name. But
Okay.
I mentioned the full name. I think.
Okay, I didn't want to butcher your name.
No, it's my Ghanaian name. It's my Ghanaian name. So let your mind work out. The first part of my Ghanaian name, you know.
Oh, okay. Tiwah.
Well, you got it.
All right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
my,
Okay, so-
my Ghana name. The Ghana
So-
name, you know.
Okay. So anyway, me based the letter right? What I told Mama Tiwah, say we should revisit that letter, because if you look at the judgment that Judge Dorinda gave now, half of the reasons that she stood on, maybe she might not have said it out loud, but she used the word desertion, even though she claimed that wasn't part of her decision.
That is the reason why we are in the appeals court, because the issue of desertion hadn't come up.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, I just want us to refocus on how mom. If I tell you, if I was going to law school, I would want to work for whoever that lawyer is in Mama Coast, because the letter was written beautifully.
He didn't take it to court. They brought it up. It was up to the judge to tell them in the judgment, say,
yeah, I know.
Crazy, you know. And the fact is that look, her judgment, God forbid we stand against it, because we are supposed and bound by law to accept it. To accept it as she's done it. But we can disagree.
Yeah. But we still no. I mean, whether I want it or not is a judgment that is reigning right now. So I cannot fight against the judgment. But moving forward, and we can hope that something good can come out of this whole thing. But as we are going on as legal wise, the letter is important for us to revisit all the time. As even learning as a woman.
That's the fact of the matter. You are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So let's pick up the points in those letters and then use it to contradict what the judgment came out with.
Exactly.
I exhort all of you to go and get a copy of the judgment. He starts by quoting something from the Bible, and then he proceeds to break down her judgment. I will put the judgment on my on here, and then you people can read it, and then you wonder what on earth is she talking about?
Exactly.
Why did she come out with this kind of judgment? If she used that what do you call it?
The Bible verse,
the Bible verse that she did. I'll give it to you in a minute. But make us and say basically, let me paraphrase what he used in the judgment. In the Bible verse, say a woman should stay with her man, a man should stay with a woman. If a woman is deserted by her husband, she shouldn't go anywhere. She should just sit there and wait. And at the same time, too, the same Bible verse says, and the man too, because marriage is made in heaven, it should not be broken. I will get the exact quotation and put it down there. For you down there saying 4 plots, or even if it's 4 plots, look at the time she bought it. So that I know, almost to make plots back home, 170 by 170 or more, or even bigger. What I say? No more. Nobody was living there. East Legon was like a forest. Well, it was very big. It's bigger than the normal plot. The net plot about 50 something the number, you know. So please don't query me about the 4 plots. It was more than almost just under 4 acres up there. That's what they got. What I say? They've got a lot of land there. The point here is this: her judgment is highly questionable, and that is why Lawyer Kusi has gone for appeal. Me say, and I may say you appellate authority no or ya call muncheno. Mo ye 3 judges and I'm ordering sa asem we. Mesremo for the safety of Ghana, for generations to come. You are part of history today. More year because just this woman's arrival, I'm a woman who said it's not a bunch of diasporian women sitting there in the cold trying to make themselves happy, talking. This thing affects Ghana more than we think. And we are in a very difficult time, post-COVID, no? Akrobia is suffer. And in Africa, we have the disadvantage of understanding basics of economics. What do I say? Aban we na ebuame, aban we ambuame, me nkofo na abai. What buy no wine? In the diaspora, no we nim say, ye nim say aban ba policies near the adwuma. We policy be buame na we policy mbuame. Say anka bibia etot yin anka America ho no krampo a Trump is no. Did you see the way it came out? The country was divided into 2. The people who voted, 70 million, it took a whole electoral college to decide. No, anyway, let me not go into techniques. We use our people that way. Yeah, I'm for Papa Enye Juma. The truth. My many judgments, no. I don't have to be in the same opinion. I opine differently. I bet that law records to say Justice Dorinda Smith Arthur Smith, no. This is what she said about this Akosua Serwaa and whatever case. But her law, her legal reasoning, no, or no, in different places. And now, Obe Busa, me catch Tiwah say an incident occurred during the hearing, whereby she expected, say, Lawyer Kusi and retracted something. And Lawyer Kusi defied her and said, I am not, because it seems as though you don't not have control of your courtroom. Lawyer Kusi, whilst the hearing was going on, that certain things were being let in. Certain new mama canon and told me, okay, I'm said that I take Cambridge, you have to take it back. Not said there be men yet. I told you what when I read the thing thoroughly, I'm saying, there's something that they say, and if you remember, the other Vim girl, the former journalist now, Danny lawyer, you know, or what America says, you know, you
Vim lady.
She didn't explain herself properly when she was trying to caution about the people meeting Ma. Say sometimes, no, other things affect the way the lawyers, the judges think. If you want to know, if you would care to know, most judges, they don't let them live in public places. They don't socialize much. There is a reason for that. because even lawyers normally lawyer you have to change your you have to change your closeness to society changes. You have to be careful. It's because you don't want to be what.
And yes,
No, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up here. I haven't finished. Let me finish the American. You, Mami no. Mami no say no. Me can't let you say. This thing is to whip lawyer Kusi for that situation. But at the same time, no, she's made some contradictions in there. Any law ne enko. Anything that make her say the Pontius Pilate decision. Well, on no, she knows, and wherever she is, no, she's well read enough to know. Said some of the statements she made there, no, it's her statement not to make a channel a cancel. So going to the appellate court, no, Justice Kusi, Lawyer Kusi has done the right thing. But I am appealing to the appellate court, and that's what I'm saying to you. Let us appeal to the three minds. We don't know who they are. We don't even have to know. We are asking them that they are three different human beings from different backgrounds, from different homes. And they are, but then above all, they are Ghanaians. And this thing is beginning to affect Ghana. It may have started as Lumba deciding that he has more than 3 legs. That his central leg can go into 2001 holes at the same time. And anyame person trainer so no mama na koka pigin abolo eho wo ti ase na atom. Listen, that is a fact that has happened. Now the other fact here with the proverbial hindsight, you won't say pigin abolo no ono de wan ma say e bia obewu kekewu wa ba say obesisi Mame na obre ye na waye ni bibia no one letter ne bemu no letter no mame no property aya kan wo Bloomberg ho ne up to today aya kan wo letters of administration no mo ho ne ade no are mentioned in the 2018 letter. Tomorrow and not tomorrow next me boy ena e was say Baba Jamal and Co, they should go and bring their argument against the letters of administration action. Mutiasi, they are supposed to respond. When they respond, the action that has been taken has been apparent direct, some was an agent signed die, which means until indefinitely. Indefinitely is not whenever. Indefinitely means until the decision of the appellate court abano. Court no end to mean taking action. Even the bullets now, Oprega side, no, mom get into the case straight to air to air bubono, air to air bubo against the LA, no. Nanya na mo se papa na throw well. Inti Tiwah can say erano enkenkan letter na Baba Jamal no mo throw those years, no. Mo those a few months ago, no. Mo fast letter no some round. Let's start putting it on our thing. Why are they fighting the LA? The LA action by man has been agent signed die. That's what they say. But are they not the same both that there's a will? Hey, a bushia paying to park. Yes, in the much mood. Yet to on a night which is it. Uncle Yenny, no. Did he also mention a will? Not once, not twice, severally. There are people who have mentioned that there was a will. Now, why if there is a will, on Tuesday or so that they've given them the 6 days to respond? No, I want to see the fact that they have, if they don't know, and they don't know, and they do not know, and they do not put against in their counter application, no, said there is a will, and then Baba Jamal, you have issues. I'm very much incensed against them, especially because this in the last 2 days now, I have noticed that lawyer Fati has been going on people's platforms, Facebook platforms, and saying that there is some discrepancy in what man is doing with the letters of administration. Why I'm not saying she's not supposed to use social media, but why should the comments be what she's writing there? And I will refer you people. One of the comments that she's made is under this boy, Chris something. He used to be a journalist, is now a lawyer in the UK, and he's very Oprega-ish. You know, he used to be on in Tiwah. You should know who I'm talking about. He's now an immigration lawyer in the UK. But at the end of the day, if she was representing the truth now, she would say there is a will. Let's wait and see. But rather, no, she is pushing the agenda of Charlene. Emma Akosua's first daughter, no, complaining that she was not part of it. So that's what I'm calling your attention to the fact that Baba Jamal, no, yes, now by a also, but I believe in the Muhammad.
Ma attack.
Yeah.
Based on that Charlene thing, how does Charlene not being part of it or being part of it affect anything? Because she's a daughter.
No, hold on a second. Charlene is of age, and she
but
has
if the mom is married legally, she's not even getting legal wife is the sole next of kin. So the kids.
No, that's not the issue. But even if it was, if you look at the letters of administration properly now, and go and look at the law, it says where there's a spouse or spouses, they come number one. What do I say?
Yeah. Okay. So Charlene, why is she bringing her name in?
The most pertinent thing about that one is that all or any of the spouses may go for it. Until all of any or any no, not just a mobile consulate me up. And a mark, her appellate court action now we're taking appeal no, you know. Or say and the first one she did, or say I am the only legal surviving legal wife. So whatever the judgment that has come, no, she has no business going to consult Oprega so that the two of them go and do it. Then that means she's accepted of Oprega. What do I say? Now, if you look at the amendment to the thing where she came to sign on Monday, no, she does not refer to Oprega as a she said she is the only legal spouse. Where Oprega is mentioned, she says Oprega was mentioned as a co-wife to her in the judgment of so and so, whatever her case is, no, the name is no, on those dates. So let's get the lines fine here. What you said? Let's get the lines fine. Charlene is an adult. Charlene ought to have been part of it with her own decision. There is a signed one from Ma Akosua Bempoma, and there's one signed by Ma Akosua Serwaa. I don't know. We've also been told that document is false.
It's fake.
Yes, but this is one of the reasons why I'm angry with lawyer Fati. She's been going on people's writing. It's not fake. It's true, Papa. That's what she wrote.
But Charlene, then the woman
that's his name. Chris Ajipong, whoever.
Charlene has nothing to do with this court case. So
lawyer Fati just want to use Mami Akosua's daughter to distract the whole thing, but
she's playing the social media game.
Yeah, she's
Charlene on social media. So if people are now cussing out Charlene and saying you, or using it
as far as nobody have heard from the child's mouth, it's in my and fine now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One more fine. Look, these people they are also new to social media, and they are using it right because they are dealing with listening to the business of
listening to us.
And because we are so big and powerful,
yes, we have.
They are trying to dismantle us. What I say? We are big and we are powerful. They know
somebody distracting the whole thing. Akwanin Nkansah, they are just lying on the air because they are just good to lie. They are good to make up stories. Exactly.
Maybe there was a reason why young Yusu, your friend is saying, opinion, what your friend is saying, Calvin Nadine. Yeah. But that is also another reason that makes me wonder whether that is why it's fake. Because I would have respected, say, Calvin didn't have the war. It could be. Either way, epa. If they like that, you come and counter it. Now, let's wait and see whether they will come back and counter it. My point is that what is more pertinent here is this: they wrote it themselves that there is a will. So if there is a will, there's no letters of administration. The probate comes in. What do you say? Hey, so it's like what about Ghana now? Open with the pounds at chair there. And now what we do America? No, what you see this? So the bet chair there. On a channel. You can't use it. It's not allowed. If there's a will, there's no need for letters of administration.
Definitely not. PBBD and yes,
I told you I was hungry. We kept ignoring it.
I've been picked.
Hey, the point is,
I never was say Chris Vincent now. Person
Chris Vincent, that's right, that's the boy.
They throw horse na monche and no me baso.
Oh, great. Okay, lady chairman.
Oh, many mazi ya hal. Oh, pregnant and no coffee when any mazi ya hal.
When you want like that, you know. Go and look on that. That boy just writes against Akosua and insults her very much. And when I go on, I give it to him. Over there, you see me in my real name and everything. So I don't care those who go and look. Nipa come answer ma. But the court we as a baby some question say baby Akosua and baby I will name going to me Nkansah mama Akosua, which is why I'm coming out to talk. You know, I should have talked to her earlier. Those of us who can, let's do it now. Because right now, it's not just Akosua suffering. Ghana is on the brink of a big change on this thing.
Do we then pave way?
One thing that we need to be very about, and they say, social media is a tool which is a double-edged sword. If you don't use it properly, no, I bet go against you, even though you have the rights and everything. Social media can change it. And this is why we have to use ours judiciously, properly. Inside, no, we have the side of right. So let's not just knee-jerk reaction, do things. They are trying to tell us, say, Mamina abandoned the husband for 17 years. They can count, though. They hear, they see you, say 2018. Whatever they call it. A year. They were there. We all saw. Say on 29 September 2024. Lumba bien no elka say. Meya Akosua Serwaa memati sika ware no. The point is, we're even sitting there not even making an issue of it. Somebody has got, a few people have got the real quotation. But since then, it's been doctored. Well, it's been doctored.
Mama, can I make a suggestion based on that statement you just made? Said that the Lumba says, what you cannot do is to impose things on people. The man himself didn't say anything about feeling deserted by his wife to nobody.
Exactly.
As far as we know. And he said, me, you can't impose it on me. I said a woman that has been schmoozed or abused, now Obaa, now we deny, they turn around and go back.
They'll go.
They can't force they can't go and arrest unless the damage is so severe and there's so much evidence. But say me go hospital say omubane omuni nyine prepra na be ma no kwa na don ba no mo se ye mbu omomati ahia. You have to take their words out of their words. You cannot go entine mo amu kan kire papa no say ye deserted no papa no be ka kire mo say he felt deserted. That's the question we have to ask. This is being imposed on him.
And even more pertinent.
Even before the statement.
In front of Oprega.
Do you remember Selumba Kase? Asem we wa asem back one clear and a crack. And he needs to clear this.
Exactly.
It to me said the man has had enough. Enough.
And the woman mentioned that thing in her letter. That he knows. Say, so and it's not real. And
I'm not surprised that your girl in the family now go round, damn, then I spread it for so long.
For so
But
long.
how come the man? Anyway, let's not talk about
Ma
that.
came to Ghana in 2021. She didn't live at any of the other houses. Listen, and you see all these things. The one thing here, choreographing here. She didn't live in any of the houses, which means that they were still having, issues. But where she went to live, which obviously Daddy Lumba knew, somewhere in McCarthy Hill, she was beset by armed robbers.
And then says, guess who did that? Why the armed robbers?
Let's ask those questions. What is here? These are the questions we need to be throwing back. Say, orchestration being their course. Recently, there's been a voice note of a previous camp where the person is saying, Saga na Lumba ye na oje maminity award in the birthday no a hard drink.
That woman is sick.
Boy, Yare.
Or Yari Nkansah.
Boy, Yare. The man shouldn't come and defend his wife.
Pump up the volume on that. Pump up the
Macho,
Yo, me we as na
Matthias, me say kame koti na me tena chi na kame ti opa ba me wo adwuma mu. Na me say kame cars na kakra na kama koti mu because mo ni penifo. The more can yeti. What you say?
Now in this case there's no penny.
There's no penny. We're all waiting.
Okay, kids na kame me tema drink kakra be yesma 1 minute bi. Nanka makwasha ase wo kakra. Because the way makuma say ha me no man here ko na collapse. Serwaa. Macho mtimi kasa.
Oh, we find on ohene. What your kasa why?
Nda wasipa.
You almost said Oprega.
Me kwa de woni me na mdika me kame me asem kire wa otu me for kaya. Me say the same case it be happen to you no. Ma okay me.
What your edini.
Stu na me ka say boase case na me ma me na ekodi empana na chino so we kaya.
Abrewa bana ebo nje wo de kasa o ka me.
Okay. Sorry na sana mami bekai.
Okay. Mo de story no kwade man fan to na mo ha emre nti. Na asem we ho. Me bisa say Ghana Bar Association law firm na wo Ghana na uti.
Yes.
Say asem ya ba ide no mo ka fa asem no esan say ye Ghana ye law firm be wo Ghana ye Ghana Bar Association na asem ba ho na public domain public interest a was a muso be ka bibi ni hu mo stand what you say because case you hu ni say nye case kutu case na eba tia ma akoje say wase kima awale nyi yo Ghana da na biase asen na kwa sempa na me na oba bie ni oba bi ma da so oboa wo so a de bie na document da ho na say awale no ye nyina na awale ne sen this awale be there is a case here we ni the me kama manu asi ni sen case we am hu ni sen nye case kutu ho Donald Trump promo Donald Trump o si Venezuela ba president no obu omo he lo bi ani ho a kire say obi sovereignty gap president obi a president Mahama a president na Nigeria president so be Mahama what be that but you hu ni but ono so the emotions ba say no oyo ena Nigeria for mu omukun ya Christopher no okobombo omo dey na hwiansi ba law kra nkyere se wakobombo obi country what you say enti no lawyers no no bi wo ho oye law but so mo homo tenase a omo sa so hwe tension behind case no and some make kan ho case mo dey say enfo bi ho me ye allegation bi aso bi and as be ni hwe be ni to pay kra but obi betime to tuwa kuku nkura we nyina se me asa me kan ho me nga so bi nkon yesa but awudi beba Ghana entina Ghana entina mu hu an Roberts na de ade mfiro mu we kom di omo to mu gina kwan so gugu mpenifo ne sa no nkura pa na me ka kire mo no se obi an Robert se mu an Roberts mu ti omo ano obi wo kura no be wo glo ndi da into Accra onyafu obetwe age into we are living like a jungle e Ghana in this case you know be invited trouble pa bo man mu because we be hu say judicial system no kran adwuma muti Ghana e no by chief justice obi di ni court ye yinadi Say Chief Justice crying, you tell you Nadia. So I could just work case with a simple case. Many me kuna bre o Germany. I dance in now honum. We can yes be a fatty say. I could say we really money case die. I could say I be power so. One or prega of 6. Obama ne dear no fan here uncle. I could say I'm coming to us. I will call question now go cast us in here. It be a dodeba mamu crana. A be brother in so. Na mama mama na mfi na kuma mu and she said Japade no obisa Japade they are fine. The mama me no decide no man Japade or person or the man no the man. Because a law nature say marriage and ordinance no. Second be illegal. Maybe to me. Men come story na me ntwa na mundi munko. Men come dey na
to. Sorry ne be wa bra.
Okay, Mame answer no on one thing about the law, the bar association.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
There is structure and there is procedure.
Okay.
Nyankopon krapo obo riaseno. Let me take you back.
Okay.
Mosha Erade, how long did it take him to build the whole world? According to scriptures.
Take 1 week.
Well, every day or ye be before from a
Yes.
So that is structure. If we are governing our lives by structure, no, and then also you're right. Our memory points, no, the entire you're not hearing from the bar association, no, is basic. I'm not a member of Ghana Bar Association. I'm going to disclaimer here, but everywhere worldwide, no. Even some of us calling for in case no free Ghana, there's structure, procedure.
Yeah.
If Lawyer Kusi has exhausted all the legal procedures before him,
available options
available to him, they are not decision about final abedane policy. You will, I'm sure, you will hear from the Bar Association.
Yeah.
And the momentum because it's too late. We case we
too late. Everything is step by step.
Me case we want to
step by step. Yeah,
baby.
Media case in India. No question. The American say me can't last one. Me trust. Media case in NC India. Me call Ghana. This Marco another case. Na me konso
one share ye na say we pray na mon can say everybody come out and shout no we would have
me come out to shout to when you who can I'm telling you come out any day
ya biti
say makuma say me ya pa say when me hear adwuma say na me hu mame na
control yourself
me nsu da me bra wuye mantimi nsu Obaa Ghana. Me no keke no me so the whole day.
Yes. Up to now, me try me so.
Me so the whole day. Me kindly no man no boy say because say why your daughter now.
My brother, I tell you the truth. The Sonia Wilson, you are seeing the awesomeness of God. What I say? And yes, Wilson for mommy no because it was a joyous moment for all of us. But at the same time, no.
Me the case with the small mommy, me small case with. I say me to akwa tina me kura me to
Chief Justice no. One say Nyankopa ma wan Chief Justice.
Oh, Chief Justice I say no. Enti okay man me tie man me ba Ghana enti mo ma me kwan say me nso nkotira mu bi. Mo de agina me timu bi. Na me hwe de we agina be ko no. Me ko tina mu bi.
Eh na what ya dia.
Me say me kan say me bi.
Be kan no na wo say wo fa.
Okay.
Same thing American said. Let's the fact you are not hearing here is this. Let's play the game the way it's supposed to be played. The judges are not being informed by the law. They have their own opinions and experiences that they add, and then they justify it by other cases. What you are saying, Rebecca said, this is what has been said. This is what has been done. But I am of a different opinion.
Me case, you can come on, make me story and man can who case we want. You could do for ma. No me cry have a dying.
When you don't follow structure and procedure, no, sometimes no, you go the wrong way. No. The people are speaking. People, the voice of the people, the voice of God.
Me say similar case.
So
the whole thing is say they will cast no me crab demons no. Say if you make decision with anger, you will never want to know assembly you're right, but ubedin kuku. The woman in this case, Mami Akosua, he's a woman of wisdom. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Okay.
All with the identity say, any properties or bad Ghana, no, she could have thrown the girl out and claim her things. But she wanted to go through the law.
Pure had said, "Me can't say, no, I can't catch no money in Abia. Mubeti, be no crab, your money at your case, that do a mammy, a bushing case.
No, but I want you to say, because I've been reading some people, they want to hear your story. They are asking you to summarize. But see, in American,
okay. 2
minutes. If you don't follow structure, you will spoil our procedure now. You will spoil your case. That is why my call here today is to let you know, say, appeal has not been fully heard yet. Let us appeal to the sanity and judicious mind of the judges who are going to do it. Say they should look at the national interest, and so because problem, like how this man is talking, he's so irate. Say I want him year, and that is where we are calling on the president to put pressure on the chief justice to do something and to do it right.
Yes, I as many see what was on.
There's a whole cow as I won't there was a way answer. What do you come?
I said, come quick Maybe me feel bossy utina, me mammy on over in trade. Na me papa, who know your post office. A Jim Vano per money. Until the beer on him, I mean to quanto quite beer and you move. Me mammy is no two fools of Francis or Benny and young content. The fools no turn would go see down coachy. To Musi Dian Cochino. I need by Evan say, and tell Mrs. Away American Lutrium is at the American. To American tell one of my friends are catching say, the way no man see a corner, papa to me is a sign, ain't you know. One so that was in Asia, Obewu. Now, yes, and Kolan, we were dying. Let me say, so tenacity because maybe be free divorce family move. I feel like people couldn't ban out to be my party baby. A base Mrs. Kanya, my auntie, as I'm ready. When we panajay. Until we panajay 5 years, and I'm for the Koya, living in stroke. Me copa me my Mitchell saying, once I'm back. I mean, while living my more in the pound. Ya pama me we actually say, yes, I am for you uncle, but no, I saw my back beam. And I compare, and I'm passing on and plan still and plan as a donor. Never saying and plan better than honey and fianity in I cross about to me, papa, because, say, you must be divorced from you and you will see my Mrs. Ansubewali. Yes, the wall papa also my lady, and yes, you had this one, one year, my beam in a quarter, but papa Wale, the second wife, no. Say, how question the real ya he ye disika de ne yan ma me say you see them was still only on my papa no biom afo no aso from my father kwa kan ma me so ma bi nti obi akwa be support you say they aka me ne mpene ne de and nya na some because onye nyankopon kwa pa no choti na wo nipa enti no enti saa na me father be wu na me bi say onye way long e dan ni nyina fa ma the better no while in Asheno, no, ye the man. Ye, in support in the coil way, my fire, because they imped down, ye patron, ye property beer, and ye didn't know, ma. I never pay you know. Me for the woo, you know. Ye, in now, yes, on my chair. Property, no, I miss the bass, so me for the cry, I will, maybe one, will be so lawyer, how nobody will buy net, say. Daniel Cochi Nina, my media.
80 let any moon some no, any cocotti and the same, and I'll be fast answer. We must also be free. Now, watch your wagging under the comment section. We are not about whom they know follow ye or other social media platforms in that. So, Eguso, a daily gossip TV. There be other came home, then ye minimum said ye bear. Yes, we be baby near body say, Yenny Asumasi, and what been any boom, Macram.